Morgan, and today I'm excited to do a cloth handkerchiefs haul. And these were all gifts from my parents, who are very thoughtful and generous people. So first of all, I have this beautiful, I guess I describe it as a bit on the small side handkerchief that has some beautiful rainbow embroidery here. It's got a lot of little circles along the sides of it, and it's got these little 4 squares at the corners. I think it's very unique. It is a little bit on the small side, but it's very unique. I love the rainbow thread. I think it's very vibrant. And next of all, I have this white and mint green colored handkerchief. It's got a lot of little, it's got a little flowers kind of in I don't quite remember the word for this, but kind of like a basket weave type pattern. And it's also got these cute little pink or reddish colored flowers as well. Kind of they look like roses to me at first glance, but I'm not excellent at identifying different flower types. And it's got I guess I describe it as kind of like a scalloped edge. I'm not entirely sure what this pattern would be called, but it's kind of like a scalloped edge rather than a straight straight corners. I think it's very pretty, and I like how big it is. And then next of all, I have this white handkerchief with, I guess I described it as a bouquet in one of the corners. It's got some white flowers, some green leaves, and what looks to be a lot of individual red hearts. I like the size of it as well. And this is rather a small handkerchief. It's a white handkerchief with a lot of red little flowers at the sides, and it's also got kind of a scallopy type hem rather than just a straight hem. And this one is a little bit on the worn side, it's already got a hole in it, and it's a little bit on the thin side, so I'm not quite sure how well this particular handkerchief will hold up. And then next of all, I have this, I guess I described it as a blue and red colored handkerchief. I'm not entirely sure how to describe this design, but it's got this little squarish part in the middle that's blue that's got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't know, it's got I guess I describe it as kind of a medallion shape in the middle that's periwinkle-ish. And it's pretty. It's red and blue. And it's another nice sized handkerchief. Oh! This is a white handkerchief with I don't quite know what type of flower this is, but it's a purple flower in the corner. I love the touch of brightness there with the purple, the green, the little yellow. I think it's a pretty colored handkerchief. This one also has a little bit of a hole in it, so again, I'm not entirely sure how long this will last / hold up. And because on such thin material, it's I don't tend to have a lot of success darning stuff that's this thin to begin with. Oh, I love the colors of this handkerchief. This one is brownish, reddish, orangish toned with this vibrant green for the leaves. I love the contrast there of the green with the oranges, the brownish colors, the reds, the yellows. I don't know, it's pretty. It's a very vibrant, but kind of in a muted way. I don't know, it makes me think of fall. It's pretty. I like it. It makes me think of fall. Oh! This is it's kind of a plain square in the middle, but then it's got some I guess I'd describe it as netting, or I'm not sure if this would be lace or tatting or how to describe this, but it's got kind of netting along the edges, some decorative netting. It's very pretty, but my concern here is okay, it's pretty, but how well is this gonna hold up in the wash? Because I use my handkerchiefs, I consider them to be a practical type item, and so sometimes the delicate type things, it's okay, this might not necessarily be the best fit for what I plan to use this for. I'm concerned about this falling apart in the wash. It's very, very pretty, but I do see these wide, the wide holes here as being things that's okay, that could potentially catch on a hook and eye or a zipper or something else in the wash. And so I'm this may not necessarily be the most sturdy of handkerchiefs. Oh, this one has some, it has some mystery stains on it. I don't know what those are, but it's got some brown stains. And it's also got an L in the corner. It's got, I think that's an L. Huh. It might be an L or it might be a J, depending on what the font this is supposed to be of. Yeah, it looks kind of like an L, but it could be a J. And it's like kind of, it makes me think of like a storybook with just having this random letter out in the corner there. And it's red. Just, it makes me think of an old storybook, but it is a little bit on the, like, I don't know. I don't know about this because of the random stains. And then next of all, this handkerchief is white, but it's got like a scalloped, well, it's got like 4 scalloped edges to it. And then it's got like this little decorative, I guess, it's kind of like a cutout type design at the corner here. It's, I don't know how to describe it, like what the word for this particular design is, but it's 2 kind of like twirly Q type things. And this handkerchief looks a little bit on the well-loved side. Like it's just, I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but it's got like little like lightish brownish color discoloration to it up close. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I describe it as kind of like a little bit of a tea-stained color. And then next of all, this is a white handkerchief with, I don't really know what the star on the corner is. It's like got yellow, white, blue, red, green, and then it's got like a black pentagon in the middle. I'm a little bit scared to ask, like, because you never know with older things. Upon further research, I believe that this star is a symbol for the Order of the Eastern Star, which is a religious organization that was founded in the United States in the mid-19th century. You never know with historical insignias. And then next of all, I have this beautiful handkerchief that's like pink and yellow and green and gray. It's got like gray flowers. I don't know, I think it's an interesting color combination. And the edge looks a little bit like, the way I describe it as is it's like it it kind of doesn't stick out right properly. I think that has to do with like the particular stitching or finishing method for the stitches. It kind of just has a tendency to twirl in on itself, which I don't know, like pros and cons to that. But I do think it's an interesting color combination is how I will say that. I like this one a lot more. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how else to say this other than it's like, I don't really like the color combination, the pink, the yellow, the green, like the bluish greenish, and the gray. It's like, it's not really my aesthetic. So I don't know what else to say about that. But I do love like yellow. I love the color yellow, and I love like the combination of like the gold, the seafoam green, the white. Like I think this is a very beautiful combination. I love like gold and white and seafoam green together. Like I don't know why I like that combination. It's just pretty to me. So I like this handkerchief, and it's got a very like basic hem to it. Like it's just like the 4 sides. And it's not like a fancy scallop or anything. And lastly, this is kind of a bit on the thin side, but this is a larger sized handkerchief with some, like, it's got like little designs at the corners and then a bigger design at this one corner. And it's got like I guess I describe it as like a blue flower, like a yellow, kind of like a star-shaped flower. It's got some pretty like light seafoam greens and these little dots. Kind of, I don't know if those are called like French knots or what. That might not be the right terminology for this particular thing, but I like it. And it also has this weird cutout here that makes me wonder, was that like actually an original design or was that like a fix at some point? But because sometimes, like, how do I put this? Sometimes people hide mistakes with embroidery, so I'm wondering if it could be something like that or if it's just an intentional design choice. But yeah, I think it's pretty. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this like handkerchief haul video, and I hope that you're having a very happy May. Bye! We're excited, quotation marks, our history, General Grand Chapter, dash, Order of the Eastern Star, General Grand Chapter, easternstar.org /about dash OES /r dash history / accessed 18th May 2024.